Hola, welcome to the Dick Gruesome program. I am your host, Dick Gruesome. We have quite the spectacle of a show today. We have a great guest coming up, a lot of great games as usual, and wonderful, relevant topics, headlines, clickbait. But first things first, I have to shout out our sponsor because I didn't officially do that last episode, and it turns out they are not cool with that whatsoever. So to set everything straight, we are sponsored by Sawa Power. Now with CBD, it's as easy as ABCBD. Get wet. I'm about to get wet right now because, oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, this is the original flavor. A lot of different flavors out there. I believe they're coming out with Lunchable ham. So that's one I'm looking forward to. When they first approached me about the sponsorship, I said, no, absolutely not. They said, please. I said, sure, absolutely. I'm not a good negotiator, never have been. The point being is the first time I had one of these things, it did not taste good. And now I literally can't get out of bed in the morning without having one. So I don't know if anybody caught that when I opened the can, I had a little card. Oh, for Second Degree Burn, a Burn Notice Story, now streaming on Tubi. A movie I made. So you guys want to check it out, by all means, check that out on Tubi. It's streaming for free. But I had it underneath the can here, right? Because long story short, about 15 years ago, I used to rob houses professionally, and I actually pulled all my fingernails out so they could never trace me. The fingernails have nothing to do with it. It's the fingerprints. You burn your fingerprints off. You don't pull out your nails. Anyways. It is good, though. Man, that's good. Okay. So here we go. Our first game, what exactly is this about? I said, what exactly is this about? And here we are. Okay. So I decided to play it a little different this week. Instead of looking at the whole picture and finding what it is, this is just a zoomed in part of a picture and almost like a Rorschach test. You kind of just look at this and you tell me what you think it's all about. Right? So it's like an aerial picture, perhaps, right? This could be desert land. I mean, the first thing is very Marsy, right? Very lunar, surfacey. It's out of this world, for sure. It has to be. What is it, though? What exactly is this about? Okay. You ready? Here we go. It's Gilbert Gottfried. This is him doing Aladdin. Notice I used a younger pic of him so you can really appreciate not liking him. Because the older pictures, obviously, he's much more adorable, closer to death. Very easy to feel the sympathy for Gilbert. So that's why I used the young picture. You're welcome. And that zoomed in part was actually his nose. So... and then just because that was, whatever, that was a little different, I'd hit you with another one back to back, and we play a traditional round of, I said, what exactly is this about? So gaseous. Okay. So here we go. What exactly is that about? And I'll give you a hint. It doesn't have anything to do with the size of anything. Okay? So don't worry about that. Yeah, he's fat. And it's a giant hamburger, but that's not what this is about. What exactly is this about? What exactly is this about? Nothing to do with the size of this fat man or this giant cheeseburger. What exactly is this about? You ready? This is almost like a trick. This is almost like a trick question. Fake photo. Guys, it's a fake photo. This isn't a real photo. It took me a minute too, but then I was like, okay, so here's what it is. So yes, this big fat guy, and he's eating this giant cheeseburger. Funny, sure, but also fake, because as we know, this guy is clearly what? What is he? Mexican, right? Mexicans don't eat shit besides Mexican food, and that's just, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I know a lot of Mexican people never once has a Mexican person eaten a cheeseburger, especially one of this size. You wrap that in a tortilla, perhaps, but not like that. So that's a fake photo. So that's exactly what that was about. This is a fake photo I saw. It's deceiving. It looks good. I don't know if this is CGI or how exactly they did it. If this is like a Blender rendering. Studio 4D. I don't know how or what made this, but this did not come from this earth. All right. Thinking of giant cheeseburgers, that reminds me. So I was grocery shopping at a grocery store. I know, brag. But when I'm shopping, I'm people watching, I'm observing, I'm admiring, I'm gazing. In this particular time, I was gazing at a couple gays. They caught on to me. They saw me. So I had to quick look at somebody else, and it was some woman. Yuck. Right. Ugh. Gross. But it turned out to be cool because she had big jugs and an upper thigh tattoo. And I started thinking, man, I'm seeing a lot of these upper thigh tattoos lately. Then I started thinking about how trendy tattoos are in general. And I might come off like a bit of a hater right now, but I hate tattoos. And yes, there are some cool ones. Obviously, if they're done right, a very good artist can make a tattoo look great. So I admit, yes, there are cool tattoos. But unfortunately, most of the tattoos are done not by an artist. They seem to be done by someone with zero patience and a warm Sharpie. Anywho, then I started thinking about the normalization of tattoos into the mainstream, into our culture. And probably like 25, 30 years ago, there was a young, edgy, hip third grade teacher who got an ankle tattoo of a sunflower. And, third grade teacher by day, you roll that sock down a little bit. Third grade teacher with a terrible tattoo, also by day. So I got some stuff together. So then about, I would say 10 to 15 years ago, we had, of course, the tramp stamp, the lower back tattoo. And they were all done in this terrible style, tribal, the worst. Notice the placement and style. So, of course, if you see a girl with a lower back tattoo, you automatically think whore. Just like if you see a guy with a neck tattoo, you automatically think douchebag. These two styles started, I would say, around the same time. And much like the female counterpart, notice the style, notice the placement. But that is originality, though, This tattoo says a lot about this guy, so he doesn't have to. Then the female trend, of course, evolved because they're always one step ahead of us. It shifted to the upper thigh. Once again, note, all done in the same specific style in this henna floral whore theme. These girls are not all the same. They have personality. Of course they do. Of course they do. And then the neck tattoo expanded, it mutated, it stormed the facial border, invade the face as if it was Russia into the Ukraine, took over the face completely. You know, honestly though, I'm amazed by how cool these guys actually do look with these pieces of art permanently memorialized on their cranium skin. And of course, the grandfather of bad decisions, Post Malone, the blueprint, right? So, I actually Wikipedia'd, I Googled, history of tattoos, and the Wikipedia says that tattoos first came around 1985 in Puerto Rico, and Post Malone modernized them in America as we know them today. So thank you, Post Malone. Okay, so this next bit I'm pretty psyched about because it's a sick bit. I was scrolling through Facebook looking at, normal Facebook stuff. And then this came up by the Jasmine brand. I believe it's an urban meme shop. And of course, I'm like, oh my God, it's Angela, my love, still looking great. I think this is a new picture. I mean, this cleavage is fantastic. I'm worked up just, I'm glowing just looking at it. I mean, yeah, wow. So anywho, then I read the headline, Boy Meets World star Trina McGee. And I'm like, what? Wait, her name is Trina McGee? Okay, was told co-stars didn't want her in the series finale. Recalls being asked to turn down her black meter. I mean, fair enough, right? I mean, it's a respectable request, I think. It's on ABC, not UPN, right? I mean, come on, man. But then I was disturbed by this because I was like, all the people on Boy Meets World seem so wholesome. Feeney, the dad, and his curly hair, and the mom. And I remember the mom, I don't know what her name is, but she was like guest starring on Home Improvement at the time. And then I think she stopped being Jill's friend to go take the show on Boy Meets World. I don't know. I think Home Improvement was on ABC too. Yeah, that makes sense. Anywho, point being is I'm like, what's this about? So I had to do a little research and I found a clip pretty easily. Just one search on YouTube, Boy Meets World racist, comes up immediately.
Of Boy Meets World is mending their rift. Stars Danielle Fishel, Will Friedle, and Ryder Strong are clearing the air with actress Trina McGee,
right,
who thought the cast had her removed from the show's series.
So, this is like a terrible picture. They used, and I understand why they think they can use it because she's in a dress and she's made to look good right here. But come on, anyways, I just wanted to point that out. Terrible picture. I was like, I was like, oh my God, she looks like shit now. And I was starting to think that, but there's some stuff of her that doesn't look that bad. I don't know what's happening here. Too much light, maybe. I don't know. Too much of seeing what's actually going on. Don't worry about that. Let's forget about that. Put that out of your head right now. Let's just stick to the story here, okay?
Series finale, which aired on ABC back in 2000. Trina, who played Angela Moore in seasons 5 through 7, explains on the Pod Meets World podcast why she believed her co-stars had orchestrated her exit.
So then I had to stop here too when I was first watching this. I stopped initially where I stopped it, then I stopped it again right here because Pod Meets World podcast. So Sean Hunter, Eric Matthews, right? Eric Matthews. No. Yeah, that's the brother's name, Eric. And Topanga have a podcast where they talk about and they comment and do commentary on Boy Meets World. Check it out. I did. I actually didn't even watch the rest of this, I don't think. So kind of was just watching that for most of the afternoon. But let's see what else is happening here.
Stars had orchestrated her exit.
I was told in a kind of a weird, offhanded way by a very important person that you guys all went to Michael Jacobs and you said, we don't want her in the last episode.
What?
She's somehow taking our light was the gist of it, and we don't want her in the last episode.
While Danielle, Will, and Ryder each deny speaking to the showrunner about Trina's role, she says that she was inclined to believe the rumor since there was already tension with her co-stars. Trina goes on to note that she regrets not befriending Danielle, who could have been an ally on set. Danielle agrees and says, quote, "We could have helped each other." Trina also buries the hatchet with Will, who admits to making a racially insensitive joke at the time of filming. Will says that he didn't realize how offensive his remarks were until Trina spoke to him after the fact.
Okay, so that's awesome. I did watch the rest of this because I remember that. That's hilarious. Because that's what the next clip is about. Beyond the whole fact of, oh my God, does Angela look terrible now? And they actually have a Boy Meets World podcast. Can I listen to all of them right now? And then you get to the racist joke Eric Matthews made. And what was the joke? I mean, was it good? Was it funny? Like, what was it? Like, was it even bad? Did he just say like something like your hair's puffy and then she got pissed off, or who knows? So this isn't Sawa Power, so I have to keep it down here. I needed something to hydrate me and make me feel good at the moment, so that's why I was drinking that. Anyways, okay, so here's this next clip. So this is like Angela's rebuttal, or whatever her name is. So she has some tweets. The sequence of events I don't necessarily have correct. I think they've all made up now, just for the record. But check this out, though. This is great.
World. Earlier this year, Trina spoke out on Twitter and claimed that her experience on the long-running series was far from perfect. She says she was, quote, called Aunt Jemima on set, as well as a bitter...
Okay, so that's has to be what Eric Matthews said to her. It has to. I mean, was there more? And then they called her a bitter cunt when I quietly waited for my scene to finish rehearsing. Oh, let me just do this. Oh, whoop.
World. Earlier this year, Trina spoke out on Twitter and claimed that her experience on the long-running series was far from perfect. She says she was, quote, called Aunt Jemima on set, as well as a bitter... Trina says, I did my job and expect my due. At times, attention of the disrespect was extremely stressful. She added that she was 25 years old and raising a family
crazy,
at the
dude.
time.
She was 25 years old when she was doing Boy Meets World. And then here's the last little part here. So she has a YouTube channel, but she posts some videos, and that's where this video's from. And this was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. So relatively recent, a lot more recent than when Boy Meets World came out. Okay, so, and this is what she actually looks like.
Got a really funny story about Boy Meets World.
So right off the bat, not bad, right? So in the comments for this video, it says like, someone says like she's 50 years old or something, or like 55. I don't even know. So I don't know how old she really is, but whatever. She's looking great. She looks great. Angie McGee Trina McGee. All right. Okay.
One of my favorite memories. I had been in a funk that day because of some personal issues, and I had to say this line, something about start kissing or something, because a couple episodes, I think all we did was kiss, right? So, funny enough, right before I'm supposed to say this line, which I delivered flat twice, and I'm pushing myself to just, Trina, be funny, be funny. And writer says, Trina, say it like this, start kissing. Or something he said like that, like some, I don't know, it shit was so funny. So I said it just like he said, and start kissing. And to my astonishment, everyone was like, bitch, you're funny again.
I don't even know what she's saying. Stas kissing? Like your initial thought is she's saying stop kissing. I don't know. I can't tell what she's saying, but, and the point of this was like, so was it fun on Boy Meets World or wasn't it? Make up your mind. McGee. She's cool though. Okay, we're gonna be picking up the energy big time when we come back from break. A special guest co-host is going to be here. I'm pumped up. We're gonna get ramped up. We're probably gonna have a couple shots before we come back. So here's a message from our sponsor, Delicious Sour Power.
Wet, disingenuous, meandering, fungible. These are words. A picture is worth 1,000 words. If a picture is worth $1, then this drink is worth 1,000 pussies. Oh, does that shock you? Don't be a bitch and spend $1,000 on Sour Power. Get wet.
Hey, that's Sour Power guys though, right?
Yeah, fucking great.
So, of course, our guest today, our co-host, is Pete. Mr. Pete Notice.
How's it going?
We're not going to get too into it because what's the point? But Pete is a fantastic voice actor. Pete is actually an award-winning voice actor, and that's, believe it or not, true. Whether you like to assume that's real or not, that did happen. So
hard to believe.
It's hard to believe. So we've got this great bit coming back from break, and we've done this before.
And now, this week's double take.
So we're going to be taking a double take at a commercial I saw on. I don't actually have, like, I just have streaming services, so they play.
I know.
So they play these things, and I've been trying to get.
Was it Peacock? Or was it like?
No, I think this was just something on Sling.
Okay, all right.
But I was trying to. What I want to do. We had done a pre-show weeks ago, just a test show, and I was trying to get this Tim Michaels, these ads for this. These politician ads, and it's hard to get because I don't want their ads. I want the ads that are talking shit about them.
The rebuttal, yeah.
Yes, and it's hard to get those because you can't. They don't put those on YouTube. Those are just quick ads for no one.
You can't view those.
It's hard to get them on tape. Anyways, the point is that this is one of these ads that it's hard to track down. But this is a legitimate commercial. Maybe I should stop talking and just play it. Here we go.
Oh, that's it.
The Barn Bar, the county's best hangout, just got better. Here's to living smooth with the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
What county?
Okay, all right, hold on. First impressions of anyone who watches this is that number one, the commies hangout. So this was an ad not for America, and then you take a double take.
The Barn Bar, the county's best hangout, just got better.
County's
Here's to living smooth.
And you realize they said county.
The county's best hangout.
And you're like, okay. Okay, at least we're in America now because this guy looks very Eastern European, right? Like he's
the
ponytail.
Very Western United States mountain.
Oh.
I mean.
Well, once we know it's in America, then yes, that makes sense. But I was thinking he was more like Moldova. How come the second time you hear it, you hear county, but the first time you hear it, you hear commie? Maybe we're on the lookout. Red alert.
Putin.
Red alert. So let's examine right now.
Yeah, like what is he doing here?
So he's, I believe,
making the sign.
Yes,
he's making the sign.
He's manufacturing his own sign here. Manufacturing Midwest Keystone Light. It all makes sense. Okay, so let's keep going. And look how the light's perfectly shining
on the beer bottle. That's high production.
Puts it
value.
up. Barn.
The county's best hangout.
All right, now look at this. Tossing.
Oh, man. He's just throwing it up there. I didn't see that.
But look where he's grabbing from. He's grabbing from this tub of beers.
Yeah.
Because this is a county bar. Also, I'd love to see the liquor license.
Well,
and I'd also love to know the electrician that came in and approved all of this. But anywho, he's in this.
What does the trough have to do with it?
Well, he's got this tub of beers because he doesn't have refrigeration, perhaps.
Oh yeah, so he has
electricity.
Yeah,
no refrigeration. So he's tossing.
Interesting,
right? So he's tossing this lady here a piping cold can. Of delicious
ice cold can from a trough.
From a trough cold can to her.
It's not a tub. That's a horse trough.
That's a trough.
That's a fucking
you could do anything in there. You could pee in there.
You can do anything. I mean, it's a bed. Yeah, I mean, you could bathe the baby in there if you
could.
To.
You could put loads in there of laundry. Obviously, that's what you would do. Anyway, so he's tossing this can to her. She's excited by this. Okay,
she's right.
But to be fair, she doesn't know what this is. She's walking into this bar.
Right.
Barn.
Right.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to get a great beer at this low key.
Low key. No, the best county barn.
Right.
Barn. The best county barn.
A speakeasy. Okay.
But why? Like you said, he's tossing it to her.
Okay. We're in mid toss. Let's see her reaction when she gets the beer, though, because she doesn't know what beer
it is.
She doesn't know what beer this is.
Exactly.
All right. So let's see what she looks like when she gets the beer.
Just got better.
Oh.
Here's the living.
She didn't even look because she knows it's shit. She knows this
She's
guy.
Smiling, though.
She's smiling. They cut immediately. The part that got me was this ending here. The always smooth Keystone Light. So I didn't know you could come up with suppose I was going to make a battery company and I called it Energizer. I was under the impression I couldn't do this. So that's what I thought this was, because Keystone Light is not known for being smooth, always smooth. Am I right?
Not that I know of, no.
So maybe they changed their formula like Domino's or something, right? So I went to a local liquor store to buy the beer. They didn't have this beer because it's Keystone Light. No one takes it. Pete was saying that, I called Pete immediately. I said, they don't have the beer. The bit's fucking ruined. He said, you got to go to a bodega. And I said, gross. I'll go get a mask. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even afraid of those things, but I'm not afraid of COVID-19. I'm afraid of Bodega 19, Bodega 22. You know what I mean? So I masked up. I went and got the Keystone Light, and we're going to do a little experiment because I thought, how interesting would it be if I threw one of these delicious cans of Keystone Light to my co-host and see his reaction as he grabs it and sips it?
Well, after I said, yeah. Have you ever had Keystone?
I'm sure a long time ago. It did not stick out.
I've never had it.
It did not stick out.
So okay. I've never had it. This is a first timer.
First time. This is a cleansed palate. This is an experiment. We should have a control. We don't. So here we go. So I'm going to take one of these delicious cans of Keystone Light, toss it to Pete. He's going to catch the can. He's going to open it and take a sip, and we're going to see his reaction. I'm going to pop over here.
Okay, all right. I was going to say, should I stand up or just sit?
Well, no, I want to kind of recreate the situation that happened.
I'm going to walk in then.
Well, no, yeah, you walk in, right. But don't go. Well, you got to get to your mark, though. We'll put these on. I'm working on a sign. I'm doing electrics. I'm doing LEDs. I'm starting my bar. I'm neglecting rules, regulations, licenses. And now, here we go.
not gonna be in focus, but pop it open. Oh, it's foaming. We've got foam. We've got foam. We've got foam. He's taking a sip. He's taking a sip now. And well, is it smooth? Is it smooth?
No.
It's not smooth.
Tastes no.
It's not good. Okay, now let's reverse just for the thing. Now you toss me a can. I'm gonna take a sip. We'll reverse roles.
Okay.
And I want to, because I want to see for myself if it is smooth. You know. So I'm coming in. Make sure to work on your sign over there. You're working on your sign in the corner.
Here?
Yep, in the corner. And I'm gonna walk in. All right, I'm walking in. Hey. Keystone Light. This is amazing. Okay. I've never had this beer before. I'm at a local barn. This is gonna be a fantastic drink.
Local bar barn.
Bar barn. Oh.
You made the same noise at the same time. I didn't even drink it.
You know what? It's on par with, I mean, if you gave me a Pabst, right? I mean, no, you think, is this not a Pabst level beer? Let's switch.
That's worse than Pabst, bro.
I drink it. To be honest, I drink it.
This is worse than Pabst. This is.
Mm-hmm. It's not that bad, to be honest. It's a lot smoother than I thought. You can tell this is 90% water.
That's my point.
And 10% vodka.
Tastes like it just tastes like carbonated water.
Yeah.
With like a little bit of
hence the smoothness though. Water's
like
always
a little
smooth.
bit of true. With like
water
a
is
little
smooth.
bit of
okay.
Something in there. I don't know.
So that I guess that's a review more than a double take.
Yeah, that's it. We gave my review. Yours is positive, mine was negative, so I guess 50-50.
I don't really drink beer, neither does Pete. Okay, so we got this next, it is what it is. But success?
I think so.
So this next bit, man, this is not, I'm going to be honest, this isn't doing it for me. So let's we'll get rid of these. What? And maybe we should recreate this bit with a little.
What do you got? What is that?
Delicious.
What?
Was not ready for the
but
throw.
With CBD.
With CBD. There we go. Oh, Sour Power.
Cheers,
thank you.
Mate. Thank you.
Wow, that's good. Wow.
There's even foam in that one.
That's good. This is a good one.
I've
got Lunchables ham.
Now you can just see and hear the natural reaction, probably through the video, from me drinking that beer and this and the difference.
A lot more refreshing, a lot
better tasting,
better everything. My joints are relieved.
Weed is tight. Weed is tight.
It is. Okay, so now that we're...
Thank you.
So you throw me a fist bump, and I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to throw it away because I don't like it.
He always used to do that, and I never knew what it meant until now, so... That's cool.
Fun fact, you learn something new every day.
Roll Tide.
Okay, so this next bit is about women's sports. Bill Burr recently came out with this whole comedy special. Very funny, great stuff. I love Bill Burr, but he does this thing about women's sports, and I don't think it's true because he says everyone doesn't like women's sports. Women suck at sports. No one likes women's sports. Let me do a little Bill Burr for you. Let me do a little. Can I do a Bill Burr impression?
Please do.
Hey. Sports, women, I'll give you a chance. That's what I got. So, I mean, he didn't think women's sports were that great. He doesn't think women are that great. I think women are great.
Women are fantastic.
You love women, right?
Fuck yeah.
I think women are smart. I think women are smarter than me.
Hell yeah, they are. If they could, if they wanted, well, if they used their brains, they could actually run the world.
They can, and you know what? My doctor's a woman. I wouldn't trust a man to touch down. It seems very gay to me to be a man and have a man doctor touch around down there. I want a woman where she should be down there touching that stuff, but also up here using this. Right. So
yes, thank you. I agree.
We're saying the same thing.
100%, man. 100%.
So my whole point is that Bill Burr, although it be funny, he doesn't know what he's talking about because women are athletes. Women are special. They know how to do sports. Have you ever seen someone do?
Sexy.
Well, It doesn't matter if they're sexy.
Well, it does to me.
Not to me. Not one bit. I hope the grosser the better. I just want to watch them do fantastic sports like
awesome. Yes. Oh,
this is Florentina Castino, and she's an athlete.
And that's
do you see the athleticism?
Do you see the sexiness?
Okay, well, I'm not seeing.
I see that.
I don't know what you're talking. I'm seeing a lot of athleticism.
I see the quads.
Look at the athleticism, though. This is what I'm talking about. You're being stupid. You're saying stupid things. You know what I mean? Use your head, Pete. Okay, let's look at this next person. All right. So we've got this Haida Falvag triple jump. Are you a fan of the triple jump? So this is an athlete. Okay. So here we go. We're watching her, and that's athleticism.
Yeah, look at those quads.
Look at the
those
quads.
Glutes.
Look at the glutes. Let's rewind just a little bit.
Yeah, let's just pause it right there.
Do you know what I mean? Do you understand?
Yes.
Hey,
I
Bill Burr,
what you're
go fuck yourself, dude. That's not sports.
I agree.
Okay, let's see the next athlete Bill Burr doesn't think is great.
Holy moly. Who's that? Yeah.
Okay, so next we have Florentina again. she's great at the long jump.
Oh, is this one again?
Right. So this is a different competition. She's doing her best and doing better than I or Pete could ever do.
Well, yeah, I can't.
Or any man.
I'm white, dude. I can't jump for shit.
Right. So here she is jumping.
Damn, she's moving.
Dude, look how fast she's going.
Right?
Honestly,
way faster.
Dude, that's Ninja Turtle jumping.
That's like fucking.
That's like a Ninja Turtle jumping. And then check this out, though. Get ready for it. Here we go. We're at 25, 27. Hold on. We're going to replay. Wow, that's a heck of a jump. Heck of a jump. Heck of a jump. And then check it out. Hold on. We're getting to it. Insane jump. Right? And then pure athleticism. You know what I mean? Pure athleticism right there.
Oh, my word.
You know what I mean? And then we got one last little clip. And this is something I actually haven't been paying attention to. This is pole vaulting. And
Continue.
I haven't been the biggest pole vault enthusiast. I mean, to be fair, like I kind of feel, and this is where Bill Burr is correct. I haven't put my time into the pole vault. You know what I mean? He's right about that.
Well, screw Bill Burr.
Well,
the guy clearly doesn't know what he's talking about.
This next athlete is Molly Caudry. This is pole vaulting, and this is probably going to change the world. And look at all this. Okay, so
Great Britain.
So she's from Britain.
She dropped her pole vault. What the?
Well, she's just she's horsing around. She's like a horse, playing free. Is that from something? I think it is. Okay, and then we've got all right, hold on, check it out. She's getting ready now. Athleticism is about to occur. Let's watch for the.
Look at that.
Hold on,
monkey.
It's gonna. Ready for the athleticism. Here we go.
I'm ready to.
And. See it? You see the form?
I see those quads and those hamstrings.
Do you see the form?
I need to point that shit out to me. I see it.
I mean, it's just getting ready for the sport. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my word!
She takes it seriously.
Here she goes. Boom, 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 boom.
And
there she goes. And clear. Oh, she
man, it was close.
It's okay because her athleticism got in the way, probably.
Her athleticism, it always gets
by a little bit.
It always does.
I'm just saying,
just
yeah,
a little.
She's a little too athletic for that one, you know.
Right.
She should probably be deadlifting or something. I'm just saying.
Well, she's on the right. She's on the. Yeah.
She's doing the right thing, though, buddy.
And also, too, I don't know much about pole vaulting. Like I said, maybe that's the way it's supposed to go. With that being said, guys, we gotta say sayonara to Pete. It was great having you here, man.
Oh man. I wish I could stay longer, but yeah.
Things are things, and
life is life.
We'll hit you with another sour power ad, perhaps.
Rock and roll.
And hey,
cheers, mate.
To the next one.
Roll Tide.
Oh, my tummy's a mess.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now it's CBT. Now you're drinking with power. Sour power. Unfit for human consumption.
Well, then I don't know which way you want it. I don't know which bit you want me. I only have so many bits prepared. If someone just leaves with an emergency, I don't know what to do about it, We are. Okay. Hey, delicious sour. What a great ad. These guys are doing so great with the ads, and been chatting with my producer about the topics of which to do. I had these sports topics for Pete, and they were pretty good. The next topic was going to be racism in sports. We were talking about doing this, me and my producer, we were talking about doing this bit. And here's the thing. I can do it, but it's almost ongoing. And it might even be better to wait for the next show. So then the argument was, yes, and it was an argument. What should we do now? How do we close out the show? I only really have one bit prepared, fleshed out to do, and it's terrible. Tough, right? So we're going to do it. I've been putting this one off for a very long time, but here it is. It's called Breen is a bizarre MDMA trend among middle-aged women. It does sound fun. I know I was enthused in initially seeing it, right? And it is, of course, from Unilad. I may have said this before, but I feel like Unilad is somehow intertwined with Drake. Unilad seems very Drake to me. I don't know what that means. Breen is here we are on Unilad. Breen is a bizarre MDMA trend among middle-aged women. We're seeing some capsules of skulls. And then we also see the cheese brie. So what I thought initially, and what drew me to this article was that if you somehow ferment cheese in the correct way, you can get MDMA. That's what I thought. Like, no, that has nothing to do with what this is. That's why this turned out to be such a bummer. That's actually why I've been putting this one off for such a long time, because it seems like, oh, I'm just going to make cheese and also Martha MDMA. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. The cheese and beef, the MDMA and cheese. While most people would imagine, here's a little, I can't even read this. It's so far away. It's giant too. My eyesight is so terrible. I guess I could move it onto my computer if I wanted to. It's just, I wish it was so much cooler. You know what? Let me read what I wish it was. I'm going to do what I wish this was. While most people would imagine that there's little to it beyond popping a pill, that's actually what it says. Now I'm going to do my own spin. It's actually not that much harder. When you want to make MDMA, you take a delicious slice of brie cheese discount from Pick and Save. You got about 10 to 15 days before it actually goes, full. You get this for usually it's $8.50. You get it for $2.85, right? Take it home. You put it in a corner of your basement. Put it like a ShamWow, a yellow ShamWow over it. 1 to 2.5 hours. You got MDMA cheese under there. That's pretty cool, dude. But be cool about it though. Also, yes, it was cool that you got the cheese, but be cool about the way that you do it. So you've got this MDMA cheese. Don't go around making articles and having parties about it, right? Keep it to yourself. Keep it personal. It's for personal use, Much the same way weed is too. You don't just grow it for the whole block. It's personal use. You can grow 1 to 2 pounds of MDMA cheese in your basement under a ShamWow at a time. Okay? Let's be cool about it, guys. ShamWow cheese. ShamWow. This got me fucked up, bro. It's MDMA in this cheese? That's the slogan, probably. It could be. You can melt that down, make a little wing sauce cheese with it, blue cheese. I think maybe. Anytime you get that MDMA in with the cheese, I love cheese. And I'm not trying to do it's an always sunny bit here, but cheese can be a bit much for some people. As for Breen, the idea behind it isn't really new at all. Though sticking drugs inside of cheese has traditionally been to preview the pet owners who... So obviously the idea of sticking stuff inside of cheese and giving it to pets, but they're doing it to do drugs. Okay, so here's the whole deal. These horror women, just to sum everything up, probably a smash cut of everything that just happened. Smash cut. These old lady whores don't like the taste of MDMA. Who can blame them? They want to wrap it in brie cheese because they're at their fancy cheese brie parties. In all honesty, I don't think that was that bad. So please stay tuned. Subscribe. Please like. We've got a bunch of great shows coming up. Some Oktoberfest Halloween shows. A bunch of great bits and games. And just subscribe, man. Tell your bud, Jeremiah, stop being such a toad. You know what I mean? Subscribe. All right.